G'day guys, it's a brisk Sunday morning here in Bondi, Sydney, Australia. We're about to head down to the Marrickville markets and meet some of our suppliers. We're just going to give you a bit of an idea on what kind of questions you can ask your local grocers or your local butcher. And yeah, really just sort of give you a bit of an insight into the kinds of things you can learn when you go and actually talk to your producers about how they produce the food, where they source it from, and the benefits for your health. So get out there guys, see you soon. Hey guys, welcome to the beautiful Sunday markets where we get a chance to meet some of the producers and get out there and learn a bit about the food that we're about to eat.
If you can't separate what's good for your body from what's good for your soul,
I'm the CEO of the Australian Mushroom Industry and also the President of the International Society of Mushroom Science.
Yeah, great.
Treat the severity of your PMS with your diet by improving your liver function by having a lot more leafy green vegetables.
Right.
And having whole grains, but in small portions.
Okay.
And going out of your way to find the sweetness in food without having too much sugar and not having too much caffeine.
That's hard to pick.
But you can also minimise the amount of caffeine that you have. You can say, okay, well, it's leading up to my period. Maybe I won't have a coffee every day, or maybe I'll just have one coffee. You know, and if I'm drinking coffee, maybe I won't drink alcohol, and maybe I won't eat all of that cake just this week. Maybe after my period, when funnily enough, I don't seem to crave it anymore.
There's something happening in there that's pretty special.
There's something in the soil.
Well, not in the soil, in the mushroom.
we make it with organic flours and sourdoughs that don't have any yeast in them at all. We have yeasted breads too, but our sourdoughs are 100% sourdough. So it makes the nutrition in the bread more available to you.
Eating dairy doesn't have to be unhealthy. If you get it from the right supplier, you know, you're really going to also add flavour to your plate and add extra protein and calcium that you really need for personal development.
I'm going to talk about butter. Butter is one of my favourite topics. Peppy and I are good mates. Peppy say it makes this gorgeous butter. And people say, well, what's that logo on it? And that's like his alter ego. Peppy, when he was a lad, his dad used to call him Peppy.
Yeah.
So that's him, that's his alter ego. And what he uses our cream from Country Valley, which is a really thick natural cream. And he's got on his butter sourced from Picton. Because with that cream, he churns it and he puts a lactic culture in the butter. And that's really healthy for you.
Made with whole grains. It's got coconut flour, millet flour, it's got tapioca in it to stick it together because it's vegan. If you're not vegan, you can use an egg. I'm not anti-animal products. I'm catering to a niche market.
You came up with a pretty interesting paper about the linkages between mushrooms and weight loss. Do you know much more about that?
Yeah, experimental biology. The work was done by Dr. Lawrence Cheskin in the US and at the Johns Hopkins Research Institute. He found, interestingly, that when he substituted mushrooms for meat into the diet once a week, that people were able to sustain weight loss. In fact, and when you just looked at the calories, it wasn't the difference. The fact was that the mushrooms were in fact allowing people not to, if you like, calorie back up after they'd eaten a reduced calorie meal. Right. So the satiety factor was reduced with the mushroom.
Hey teams, we're just back from the markets. We've had a fantastic time. We've met some interesting, really kooky people that are absolutely nuts over their food, and it's great to see that people have a vested interest in your health through the love of their food, and that's what we're really after. Make sure you take time to plan so you can fit in these trips to the individual suppliers that have a passion about producing your food. Anyway, have a great week. We'll see you next week. We hope you've enjoyed and have benefited from these videos.